Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just an insanely adorable couple in love that loves reacting to some...
Yeah, it's the finale.
Finale for season 2. Season 2, episode 8. If you want our full reaction to this uncut, then go ahead and check out Patreon. Links in the description of this video. Otherwise, buckle up. Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Is this Alan?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
Whoa, okay. That actually did something.
How much or something did it do?
He's just plain dead, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, exploded him.
They didn't tell you who I was, did they? Enough, Krieg. You came all the way out here for me?
You know I wouldn't miss this. It seems you've passed inspection, finally fit for your execution.
Oh. I think they're music choices for this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Christ.
Ooh.
Come on. You got this. You got this, Taylor. You'll feel...
That's far enough. There's a chance you could kill me before I snap her neck. I'm not sure. You could try if you like. It would appear not. Oh, and before I forget, I wouldn't want us to be interrupted.
Who are you and what do you want?
Did you know your identity is public in almost half of the realities you exist in?
I don't know why you're here.
You really don't remember who I am.
Now I feel better that I don't remember you.
You're that guy.
That guy? That's all you remember of me?
Your machine blew up.
Yes. I was gonna save the world.
You need help. Let me just...
I had help, but even they couldn't fix this. I'll always have a reminder of you and what you did. Come get me.
Egging you on. Gotta use your head, Mark.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Prehistoric times.
My word, how is this possible?
Oh, and they talk.
I thought sapiens were extinct. I was but a hatchling when I last tasted their succulent flesh.
Ooh, I want to taste.
No one's eating me.
Oh, egads, it speaks. If it talks, it thinks.
And it flies.
It flies too.
Welcome back. I like your brother's color. You know, I haven't encountered him in any other reality yet. Isn't that interesting? I have no intention of hurting your brother or your mother. Your little family is safe. As long as I don't determine that the only way to hurt you is to hurt them. So do them a favor and die.
Dick. I don't intend to hurt them. I'm gonna chuck them across the room.
Yeah.
Did you not learn from the last time?
Whoa.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
against Doc Ock.
I mean, that's a cool reality.
Talk about your bad luck, Prof. Ock. Oh, shit. Are you okay?
Prop Ock?
Wait, are you trying to hurt this old man?
Look, I saw the portal. I know you're from another dimension. Way too much experience with that, especially lately.
Nice. Good reference.
How am I supposed to...
Oof.
Yep, told you.
You said you wouldn't hurt us.
As long as your son suffers and dies like he deserves to. And speaking of,
You still got some web on him. There you go.
I don't know what game you're playing, but you're not a killer. I'm sorry I didn't remember you, but I remember that night. You were trying to save me. Maybe the accident changed you, but you were a good person trying to do a good thing.
that saved you? After all the pain and suffering you've caused? No. I won't build my utopia with blood. Justice will come for you. You will reap what
Let's do this, Mark.
Way ahead of you.
I miss Mommy.
Me too, man.
Chainsaw's scared.
Chainsaw? Great name for a fox.
Oh, poor Angstrom. You actually thought you could hide from me? You're making me feel bad, man. I'll tell you what. I'll kill the boy quickly.
Oh my god. Yeah, you ran into a lot of horrible marks. Oh god. Oh jeez. Just chopping heads off. Okay.
He's a murderer! A monster! I would never
Not this version.
save him. He deserves to die right now.
He was ready for you this time.
It's over.
It'll never be over until I've made you pay for everything you've done.
You want to kill me? Fine. Let them go, and you can take your best shot, all right? I won't even fight back.
I appreciate the offer, but what would be the fun in that?
I am not flying through any more of your stupid portals. You can't hurt me with that.
Just as stupid in every dimension.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this the Walking Dead one? Meat.
I didn't learn how long his kind can go without food.
I'm gonna fight back. Ooh!
Stop this, please.
In so many other dimensions, you join your husband and son when they slaughter millions and make the earth burn.
So it's not this dimension though.
And you know that.
I raised the boy who defied his father and saved this planet. These worlds are extremely different. I know the son I raised, and he is no killer.
You sure about that?
You make it sound like this is the one world where Mark is good, and you're the one who's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because you turned out rotten here, and Mark is the hero for once.
No, I think she called it accurately, dude.
Not the villain!
Oh!
Trying to save the world. Your son is the monster.
Okay.
I think Oliver's gonna unleash his potential. Oh
I
my
hope
god!
so.
Look at that fucking arm.
I'm even gonna make this child.
Come on, Oliver.
Fucking monster.
I have no idea what he's done to my mom or my brother.
How did you get here? Where did you know?
Skeletor!
You're a man who dresses like a bat.
Bat.
And your name is... Don't you think that's kind of lazy? I told you I wasn't in the mood.
Mad Max. Grab him. Oh.
This is over!
Mark.
Mom.
Yeah.
Yep. Mark doesn't normally kill, but I think I'll make an exception.
Remember those doctors I told you about? The ones who rebuilt my body? They also improved it. Why do you think I sent you across the multiverse? Why do you think I was softening you up? I want to do it myself. Did you think anything less than killing you with my bare hands would satisfy me?
There you go.
No.
This killer be killed.
This doesn't end until you and your family are dead.
Fight like a Viltrumite, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
My family! You have no idea what I've been through! How much I've been holding back!
Yep.
Oh.
I'll never let...
This looks very reminiscent of
Yep.
end of season 1.
Yep. It does.
has a lot of blood.
Yeah, and how are you gonna get home now, Mark?
There's that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought you were stronger.
All clear. One injured woman and child. Ma'am, are you okay?
Does she fucking look okay?
Oh, thank God.
Ma'am, does your arm normally look like that?
Debbie. Jesus Christ, what happened? Let's get you somewhere safe first. Get the medics in here. Now!
Oh, God. I didn't have a choice. I had to kill him. He tried to kill me. He was gonna kill my mom and my brother. He made me do it. It was an accident, but he made me do it. I didn't want to kill him. I had no other choice.
That's what I believe too. I mean, there's always a choice, but
That's the thing
Yeah.
that scares you.
What does that make me?
human. Yeah.
I thought he was stronger. He told me he was stronger. Oh, God. Where am I? He took me here and I killed him. I'm stuck here. I can't get home now.
Ooh, you're snapping.
At least your mom and brother are safe.
Thanks for leaving. I kind of won.
You say I kind of won?
He said he kinda won
Oh,
because
huh.
he's gonna die
Yeah.
anyway.
The council states that in order for a Viltrumite to be executed, he must be whole and intact, worthy to stand and face the end of his life at full strength. But they say nothing of bruises. Return him to his cell.
Sir, I've looked up to you since I was a child. Don't make me hurt you.
No, he's gonna hurt you. Mm-hmm.
I'll walk out of here on my own. I accepted my fate long ago.
Move, scum!
Just cut me some slack. Jeez.
Yeah, Alan. Bust him out.
My plan worked.
What?
Remember me?
Yes. Why are you here?
I'm here for you. Talk soon.
Just keep on ignoring the fact that you killed someone. That's helping you keep it together. Although I don't think talking to yourself is the best thing right now. But it's not like you got anyone else to talk to, right?
That's what I was gonna bring up.
In your head, what's the difference? There's gotta be a way home. There has to be.
Sometimes it's better to hear it out loud.
Maybe his body could somehow still...
Hey!
He did it!
Who's the boxer?
You look terrible.
Eve,
Fix his
is that
eye.
you?
Yes, just not the me you know. Not anymore, at least.
The only logical reason for you to be stuck in this dimension would be if you injured or killed Angstrom Levy during your fight. We knew this long ago.
For us, it was 20 years ago.
It took us that long to find this dimension. Luckily, by that time, there were 4 working time machines in Guardian custody.
The world we come from, the world where you've been missing all these years, it's not good.
We've already said too much. I'm opening a portal that will send you home.
World needs Invincible.
I don't know if I would have survived here.
You did, but you wouldn't like what you had become.
Mark, wait. I love you, Mark. I have for a very long time, and when you disappeared, I was devastated. I should have told you.
Yeah.
No, don't tell me.
Tell the other Eve.
Tell her.
Yeah.
Tell her you love her. Or tell her you don't love her. Just tell her something. Tell her
Yeah.
something so that she can go on with her life. Now go.
Mind blown.
Yep, quite the day.
Seriously.
Quite the hour or whatever long he's been there.
I suppose you weren't paying attention when we discussed not damaging the time machine.
Shut up, Rex.
Mark, can you hear me?
Parking in rear.
I'll give you some time.
Thanks, Cecil. I appreciate everything.
Always.
He's resting her like that.
Mom, I'm okay, Mark. Is it over? Oh, Mark.
You have matching black eyes.
Clearly the guy punched with his right.
If you're looking for some alone time, this isn't the most secluded place in the world, kid. You didn't have a choice. Don't beat yourself up over it. You're not your dad, Mark.
Yeah.
You weren't there. I lost it.
It happens to people. It's just you happen to have incredible strength. So when you lose it, more devastating consequences.
I don't know, Cecil.
Stop. Look at me. If the bad guys are dead and the good guys are alive, that's a good day.
Yeah.
How do you know the difference?
All the bad guys are usually the ones who break people's arms. Go home. Get some rest. You're not him.
You just have the potential to be him.
Yeah.
Actually, it's good to know that. It's good to know that you have that potential and to choose not to.
Need any help?
Making a sandwich?
You know, we'll make sure you get the ratio right. Peanut butter to jelly.
I apologize. Your transformations are a problem. You've expressed that yourself, and I fix problems. It's what I'm good at. It's who I am. I care for you, so I wanted to fix your problem.
As apologies go,
Didn't suck.
that's not a bad one. Okay, I get it. Just talk to me first, like a person, not a broken gadget or computer or whatever. Most days, I'd rather talk about literally anything else.
I think I understand.
If you do figure out how to stop me from getting younger, I'd appreciate it.
Understood. You want me to talk about other stuff?
Like the weather?
Like maybe ask me out on another date sometime.
Immortal. His retirement.
Immortal? I'm sorry.
What?
I never told you. Good. I never told anyone. I always kept hidden and lived through a copy, just in case. I was so tired of dying.
Damn.
I was gonna walk away, become someone else, but I couldn't because of you. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner.
He does not care. Oh, wow. Cool twist.
Finally.
Nothing bad is gonna happen. I didn't think that thing was gonna hold. How are you gonna get out now?
We'll find another way out.
You two are so dead.
That's incredibly optimistic considering you're
Yeah.
going into a tomb of several thousand years old. Well, I guess somebody recently got in, so maybe.
Not that recent.
Is that him?
My dad.
Oh, Dad.
Who will succumb to my influence? Bow to go!
There's only two of us.
You're both female.
And?
I must inhabit a living male host.
That's sexist.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's all I ever wanted for as long as I can remember. I want to do what you do. I want to be just like you.
No, you don't.
You're gonna be just like what you think he is. I thought he was.
You will.
Everyone and everything you know will be gone.
I'm not my dad.
And you aren't.
You will assume his mission and prepare the planet for our rule.
Yeah, nothing's changed there where you can start back up.
I mean, if anything,
Just
I
let
have
her
to
have
see
a
what your
clean
mom
break.
went through.
Yeah.
Gas leak blew up the house across the street last year. Now your place? Oh, man, I gotta get my place checked out.
Can never be too safe.
Good to be home, right, Oliver?
Yeah, you might just have to sell this house. Move into a new one. Too many memories.
Yeah.
A lot of bad ones lately.
April, can you get Oliver ready for bed?
Of course. Let's go brush those teeth.
You okay?
I'll be fine. We should get dinner going. You've got class tomorrow, right? I was coming to say goodnight, but you're not going to be sleeping anytime soon, I see.
I got a lot on my mind.
Same. Things are going to be different now, aren't they? I was starting to feel like we were getting close to some version of normal. But now...
Yeah, with your lives, there's no normal.
I'm quitting college. It doesn't make sense. I'm missing all my classes, and the more I think about it, what's the point? Am I gonna be a dentist? A lawyer? A coder? Why would I do any of that?
I know things have been tough, but this is your future you're talking about. You can't just quit college.
With everything I can do, tell me why I need to go to college.
College does a lot more than just prepare you for a job.
I can't. I just can't. The things I can do, it's too much. I can't do it. I have to get better. I have to learn how to control myself. It's important. It's the most important thing I can do. I have to get better. I have to be better. Do you understand?
Mark.
Do you?
I do. I really do.
I mean, I'm not gonna be the one that tells you have to go back to college, but like maybe you should study some psychology, even if just on your own. Like understand how your brain and your emotions and all work.
Oh my God, Mark!
I know you love me.
Cecil told us all about what happened with that psychopath. Is your mom okay?
She's okay. She's a lot stronger than she looks.
How are you, though?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, sure. But you know I'm always here for you. If you ever need a shoulder, I've got two.
I know.
No, I know.
There's something else I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
It's nothing. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Mark. It's not fair. You don't deserve this.
There you go.
Hey, Nolan. You there? I'm here, alien. Oh, come on, man. It's Alvin. Don't be like that. I heard about what you did on Thraxa. We are on the same side now. We're not. You turned against the Empire. Mark told me all about it. But you saw Mark? Yes, on Earth. I came to enlist him in the Coalition's fight against your old pals. Let the boy have a moment of peace.
There is no.
He's not having that.
Peace for him.
They're gonna execute you, bro. They are, yes. Most people would be more worried about that. I'm not a Viltrumite anymore.
I don't know what I am.
I feel shame and regret for my actions. I see the suffering of lesser beings, and it upsets me.
You've developed empathy.
You say that like it's a bad thing. The pain and destruction I caused was immeasurable. What I did to those people, what I did to my son. Yeah, and your people are doing that on 1,000 different planets right now. But you can help us stop them. I deserve death. Oh, God. And yet... What? What is it? I think I miss my wife.
Which one?
Good call. I think I miss my wife. It's romantic. It's what every wife wants to hear, right?
I mean, I feel like he's that guy who's gone through a midlife crisis, blown up his marriage, usually done through like infidelity rather than literally trying to blow up the world. And then like comes to realize like, oh, I had all this like grass is always greener ideas. And actually I had a really good thing that I kind of abandoned for the fantasy that doesn't like exist. I don't know. Like that's just what that moment kind of felt like to me.
Yeah. Oh man, it's tough seeing Mark go through all that, and then worrying about turning into his dad, and like his wanting to get control, and like just a lesson that like because he's always held back so much that he hasn't really seen because he's worried about exactly kind of what happened. They didn't know like his full strength, and so he's really got to like do both. It's not just about like controlling and holding back. You got to know like what's your max, okay, and then kind of like dial it down from there. Just kind of reminds me of since he is in this reference to him was in this as well, Spider-Man, which I like that reference about like how it's like all about the multiverse for Spider-Man lately. But like Spider-Man like always holds back his punches, like he's even when he's fighting like the villains just because of the damage that he could do and inflict. I feel like that's way with a lot of heroes, but I like how this show is dealing with it with Mark as far as like learning it. Like it's with Spider-Man it just like it kind of like comes naturally or whatever. You don't see him like go through what Mark's going through, where you see him like lose it a couple times, but like not to this degree where it's just like slaughtering somebody. Not that I blame Mark. I think he's a psychopath or anything like that for doing what he did.
Yeah. Just what comes to mind for me, which kind of piggybacks off of what you're talking about, is his sort of revelation that he could be his dad. And I said to him, I was like, no, it's good that you kind of know that potential now. Like knowledge is power. You should know that you're capable of that, because that to not realize that, to be naive about it, that is what could actually wind up getting you into trouble. To know how far you can take this, how strong you are, what your max is, the potential that you have to lose control, that's actually going to be the thing that's going to help you maintain control and like learn how to make the choices that will define you as not being your dad. So it's terrible that he's got to go on this journey that he is on right now, because I think they did a great job with showing how isolating it is, despite the fact that he's got friends and family who love him. Like, he still was so alone in this. And he's obviously going to have some PTSD for quite a while over murdering that guy. At the same time, that could be the thing that actually cements him down a really good heroic path and prevents him from getting himself into trouble, because he never imagined he could do what his dad did.
Yeah, just a theme that's been coming up a lot lately, and everything that we've been reacting to is just like, our capability for doing good and evil, and the sort of like hubris of thinking that you aren't capable of doing certain things, and just like, like, oh well, I could never do that. And so, like you said, like, I think it's good that Mark realizes that he can do that, because then actually it's better, because then you're making a choice not to.
Yep.
And that makes you like a better person, I think. And like, we said, like, what does that make him? It makes him human, the fact that he like lost control. Unfortunate thing is that he's also superhuman, so him losing control can lead to devastating consequences. And someone threatens life of my family, like some that to Bethany. I saw, like, I'd said, not like, Bethany's not my mom, that's weird, but someone that I love, but like, just like, just think of like, someone snapping like your arm like that or something like that. Like, what would I do to that person? I would like beat them senseless too, if I could. Like, I wouldn't think that like I'd be like, trying to murder them or whatever, but like, that's because I don't have Mark's strength or whatever. Like, but like, I would beat them senseless until they're unconscious or whatever, and then rush you to a hospital.
I'm glad I'm the afterthought in this equation. Vengeance first.
First.
Murder first. But then, eventually I'll get to the
guy's gonna keep coming after you, all right? I gotta make sure that, he's out, okay? I zip tie him. Let me take you to the hospital.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, I have 2 arms that are fine for now, so we'll just roll with this. I think like there is something about telling ourselves like, oh, I couldn't do that can actually be beneficial, because you acknowledge the fact that it would be something truly horrific to take you to that place, and that's a good thing. Like, you shouldn't easily just be like, oh no, I could definitely commit murder. Like, you shouldn't jump to that with such ease. But there's also the other side of the coin, which is not to be naive about the fact that all humans are capable of the spectrum of humanity and what humans have done. And so, being aware of that and knowing that it's like the choices that I make are different from the choices that somebody else. And like, those are what really define who we are, not just what we think about ourselves, but how we actually interact with the world around us.
Yeah.
And the circumstances that will put us into that frame of mind are going to be different for each of us as well. Like, for Mark, it was seeing his mom's arm snapped.
Yeah.
That would probably do it for a lot of us, to be fair. But there are other things that will trigger people to get to that place of like rage and whatever, and fear. And that's the other piece of it too, is like knowing what could take you there, so that like, hey, I'm going to make good choices, and I'm going to keep myself away from the circumstances that are going to make me really angry or afraid or sad, or, whatever it is that might take you to an unhealthy mental place.
Yeah. Kate's alive. I'm back. So that's cool. She took herself out of the field, and she was like, oh, I guess like, what we thought was the main Kate was still just a copy. We don't know what she's been doing all these years, or how long she's been out of the game. Like when she made this choice. So I'll be interested kind of getting more about that. We also got Eve's admission finally, even though it's like older Eve, admitting to Mark that she loves him. So he hasn't gone down that path yet, which I liked. I thought it was the right choice, because he's not in the right headspace for that.
Nope.
So wouldn't be fair to Eve for him to like say that to her and then but not be ready for a relationship. Like, plus he just got like broke up with Amber. He needs to get right himself, and then hopefully Eve still has those same feelings for him. Sometimes it can line up that, people's feelings just miss each other. And the timing just doesn't sync up. But, you know, I think that Mark and Eve will end up together.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of wondered at one point a few episodes ago if we were being like shippers by trying to like say that there was, and this seems to be like the most direct confirmation that no, actually, this is where the story is driving us towards. I'm really happy for Immortal and Kate if they can get there like happily ever after. It seems like they are the one couple right now that might actually achieve that if they're both retired and living in a cabin in like the woods and they get to go off and be happy. So if that's the case, I'm really happy for them, and yay, at least somebody gets to have their happily ever after. And for Invincible and Eve, like obviously Eve's feelings were very deep and significant for the older Eve that we met. And so she said this to Mark. Everything I think that you said was 100% right on why he shouldn't have said anything in that moment. The other layer I'm going to put on top of that is also, we don't know that this Eve knows and recognizes that she has those feelings. Like, there is a point where you can feel really deeply for someone and you're telling yourself that they're not an available option. And so, no, my love for them is just love as friends and whatever. And like, you know, she might not recognize that her love for Mark could be romantic because he's never been a romantic candidate for her. So if he were to suddenly like say something to her based on this idea that she knows exactly how she feels and is going to reciprocate it, that might not be the response that he gets in the moment, even if they two like ultimately wind up to be madly in love with each other and have this great superhero romance.
Yeah. And Angstrom, I mean, like, you know, you hate the guy for what he did to obviously Mark's mom. And like, you know, he's going against Mark. So he's the bad guy. But then also, I mean, like it shows you like just the psychological trauma that he's been dealing with as well. And like all the different versions of Mark, what they've done to the different versions of Angstrom. And I mean, it's tough to judge him as well. But I like what she said, what Debbie said about him, Angstrom being like, you don't like it that Mark in this universe, Mark is the hero and you're the villain. I like that.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, something that we've said probably hundreds of times at this point, I think Angstrom is like the most extreme case of hurt people. Yeah. You know, very few people in the world population are actual sociopaths and psychopaths. The percentage is quite small, but people will still do terrible things to each other. They'll hurt each other, abuse each other, commit murder, like all these other things. And it often comes from like, I mean, we saw in his brain. Yeah. His brain couldn't handle all the like multiverse marks that he had experienced and whatnot. And while that's not the reality that we live in with multiverses and people's brains swelling up to the size of watermelons on the back of their head, I imagine in a sense that is what having a mental breakdown or mental illness is like, where the thoughts that you have and the feelings and the maybe motivating factors aren't something that you can quite contain or make sense of, or you've made sense of it in a way that's really unhealthy and toxic. So like he was that example. And it just happened to be in a superhero world and with multiverses. But, you know, I think more often than not, that's the kind of person who hurts somebody else rather than somebody truly being a sociopath or psychopath.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see Oliver show his potential. I'm a little bit sad about that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I did like, I don't know. Like, so you thought something was going to happen there too. Like someone was going to get awakened and
yeah,
I don't know. He was going to.
Definitely did. But then again, that's the like Viltrumite expectation.
Yeah.
I don't know that the ant people had any abilities at all.
But like they just age at a faster rate or whatever. So, you know, that's why he's like a fast learner and he develops faster is because of their thing. And then like we were hoping that like he would, you know, but since they haven't had a cross between their species before, we have no idea if he'll even have Viltrumite powers. But
and for Mark, I mean, wasn't it like season 1 when we met him where he was finally getting his powers?
Yeah, he hadn't gotten it yet. Like,
he was a teenager.
Yeah.
So like even if,
but he was also a late bloomer because they were just like, oh, I was surprised. Like by his age, I was already doing X, Y, and Z. Like I don't even know what I'm saying. So he's a late bloomer too.
Which maybe that's the combination with human. Like it happens later. I don't know. But yeah. Since Mark is kind of our only experience with like the cross mixing with Viltrumites, him being a teenager, then like a toddler is a pretty big escalation of the timeline, it feels like.
Agree.
But I definitely thought, because you could tell that the kids are highly perceptive and sensitive and they pick up on everything. So you could tell that he was recognizing the guy as a threat and like picking up on his mom's energy of being afraid. But then when he got his head knocked and he like looked at him, and I was like, oh, he's going to mess you up. And I was all about it. So maybe next season.
Maybe. Top 5 characters for the season?
Debbie.
Okay.
Because she's been through a heck of a lot, and like the journey she's had. I'm very impressed by her. Kind of along that same line. Mark and Amber, for like how they dealt with their relationship and everything that went into like just all of that, really.
Yeah.
Obviously Rex.
Yes.
I mean, I think he takes the number 1 spot if we're honest.
Yeah, I think so.
So coming in at second, then I'll put Eve.
Who would have said that? Like, if I told you, like, going into season 2,
Oh,
by the way, at the end of season 2, Rex is going to get the number 1 spot in your favorites list this season.
No way.
Right? They'd be like, what? There's no way that happens. Like, and I think that's why he gets the number 1 spot, is because it was so just unpredictable, and definitely would not have thought that we would have liked Rex as much as we do, and just he had just some of the best moments in this one, like for his character and his arc, and the way they handled it in like a very realistic fashion, and so like he could change into a completely different person. He just became a better version of himself, and I think that's what we all gotta like strive for. Just become a better version of yourself. You don't need to be like perfect. You can't be completely different. Yeah. So that's why Rex is definitely get my number 1 spot. And yeah, Mark, I mean, for obvious reasons, I mean, just because everything that he dealt with and was going through. Debbie, same reasons. I just her strength of character, and I really love the interaction with her and what's his face, the government guy, Cecil. Her and Cecil. When Cecil was talking about how she has the true strength. For everything that she dealt with. Was it Cecil that said it? Or was it somebody else?
No, I think it was Cecil.
I thought it was Cecil.
Yeah.
And then I kind of put like the Eve special into season 2 as well.
So
I kind of like weaves it in there, and that's for Eve and like trying to find her place in this world, and like what she wants to do with her superpowers. I mean, every time she comes on screen, like I really enjoy it, and I'm like really look forward to. Like, kind of wish there was more of Eve in this one, actually. And then the 5th spot, man, Omni-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just because he's grown as well. I mean, he misses his pet. Like, that's a very natural thing to he finally wanted to see his pet. That was good. The 2 wives, I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's awesome.
Is it now?
As long as one of them's a fish wife, I guess.
Ant wife. It was an ant wife.
Ant wife, whatever.
You want the fish though.
The ant wife, yeah. Oh yeah, the other one was the fish. I was thinking about the fish when like
that Mark helped.
Yeah, episode 2. Yeah, where it was just like this one I lose my virginity to a fish or whatever. That was like one of the best titles of the season.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, Omni-Man, his fight against the other Viltrumites was like one of the highlights of this season for me. I mean, that was just so cool seeing him. It's one thing like seeing him unleash and like we did in this episode where he's like beating up, I don't know, not as strong of characters or whatever, and like hitting them up to the ceiling, and they just like turn into goo and start dripping down. That's like, that's fun to see, but it's just better to see him take on like other Viltrumites and like own them. That was awesome. And he's just like his line of just like he's like, what's wrong with me? Like, why? Like he's like starting to feel things like empathy and whatnot, and he doesn't know how to deal with that. Because once you start to feel empathy and think about other people and how they would feel, and then you start thinking about your past actions, then like you start reliving that, and then it's just like a whole flood of emotion. And yeah, so like, I mean, there wasn't a ton of him in season 2. I wish we had gotten a little bit more, but yeah, I mean, I just really love Omni-Man. So
yeah, I mean, his evolution is kind of mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
From where he was in season 1 to now think of him at the end of this, missing his wife, which I think the allusion is to that being Debbie. So I'm going to assume that it's Debbie.
I think it's Debbie. Yeah, Debbie.
But, feeling things and caring about, I mean, he calls them lesser beings, which I was like, but, feeling things for others, that's a start.
Yeah.
Even if he has to call them lesser beings, fine. It's a start.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get there,
I mean, would you feel, I don't want to say we're bugs to like Viltrumites, but like kind of they can squash us like bugs.
It's true, but even now, I still try to catch spiders and put them outside rather than squish them if I can.
Yeah, no. Would you think that, like, if you were to refer to a spider, would you say a spider is an equal being to you?
I've never really asked the question before.
There you go. See, so that's what we are. We are spiders to the Viltrumites.
Can we pick a different bug? Does it have to be spiders? I don't want to be a spider.
Okay, we're ladybugs.
Okay.
All right.
I would have even taken an ant.
An ant?
But,
Okay. Well, he married an ant, though, so you can't be the ant people.
Okay. Well, I was going to be like the ant people. I was going to be like, this is an ant.
All right, we got off topic here. Anyways, let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Invincible Season 2. We going on to Season 3?
Yeah.
Just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.